stash. Secret agent stash. Oh, wearing new disguises on every game he streams. Secret agent stash. Secret agent stash. Oh, wearing new disguises on every game he streams. Secret agent stash. Secret agent stash. Oh, wearing new disguises on every game he streams. Secret agent stash. Secret agent stash. Oh, wearing new disguises on every game he streams. Secret agent stash. Secret agent stash. Oh, wearing new disguises on every game he streams.
Welcome back, agents. Secret Agent Stash here. You know, we're at GIA headquarters, the Gaming Intelligence Agency. We're switching it up today, agents. That's right. You know, there's been a big trend lately, a huge, massive trend that you just can't ignore. It's not going away. Agents, agents, agents. Look, man, I've been ahead of the trend for a long time. We got tons of agents. We got so many of them. We got thousands in our Discord, thousands following us on YouTube, and thousands of agents on X, TikTok, Instagram, even Twitch. There's agents everywhere. All my agents are out there. We're out there doing things. But today we're actually gonna be talking about AI agents, right? I love all my agents out there. Agents first. I see a couple agents in there. In the chat already, Lieutenant Jaxie holding it down, our mod. I see Agent Slander up in there. A couple other agents. It's good to see you guys in chat. Agent Remy kicking things off with us. I saw you, Agent Remy. Today we're talking all about AI agents. Now, this has been a big trend, right? The AI thing has been huge. It is the narrative. The AI agents is the narrative of this cycle. If you don't believe me, go ask Alex Becker. He stole that from me. He knew. I've been talking about this forever, and he's like, "Ooh, Stash got something." I'm always front running Becker. He says he called Boomer Coins a week ago. I called him 2 weeks ago. I called AI. AI agents have been around for a while. It's not like this is a new thing, but the narrative of this being the big, kind of like play for this cycle has really only come about, I would say, in the last couple of months, right? But today, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to show you how to create your very own AI agent, and you don't need to have a ton of coding experience to get started with this. Now, if you want to take things further, obviously, yeah, you got to have some chops or have a good team, but we're going to show you step by step on how to create your own AI agent today that's attached to a cryptocurrency token, right? I think this platform that we're going to be showing off today is going to be the next big platform. When you talk about Pump Fund, everyone's talked about it. There's been some issues with Pump Fund. They had to cut live streaming. People are showing titties. They're saying they're going to kill people if there's stuff bonds. I don't want to get into all that, man. But things got a little weird on Pump.Fund. Now, I think the next iteration here, and what I'm actually more excited about versus just meme coins that have nothing behind them, no utility, no mind space, no actual anything. People are just throwing freaking pickles on the wall, seeing if they'll stick. How you like them pickles? That's what Virtuals is doing. They're like, how you like them pickles? And they're throwing their big pickle at the wall, and I like their pickle, man. I want some of that pickle, so I jumped in. Pump.done. I love that, dude. Pump.done. Done. That's right, man. Look, the fact of the matter is that, I found Virtuals, right? Virtuals.io is the platform we're going to be using today. I'm going to walk you guys through it. We got one of the team members here. He's going to talk us through it as well. So an official team member, my buddy Don is jumping on, my brand new friend Don. He's going to jump on here with us just in a second. And we're going to walk you through Virtuals, talk about it, and then I'm going to show you live how to create an agent, and you guys will be able to get in on this right now on the ground floor right here in this live stream. I'm not, no riddles, no puzzles, no elaborate games, no hoops for you to jump through, nothing with fire. That's Becker's shtick, man. Let him do all that, man. We're just giving you straight alpha, right? I'm not gatekeeping here. I'm not making you jump through a bunch of rings of fire. I'm just giving it to you straight because that's how we do here at the GIA, right? Intel straight to you guys. So, I see we got a couple of Agent Wilson, Kyle Wilson jumping in, Agent Jasper, what's up? Seeing a couple agents joining us now. It's good to see you guys in chat. Almost Agent Yukin. Yukin is not an agent on any platform, but he's still my buddy and I love him. But maybe he'll agent up. I also see Andy Slaps in there. Andy Slaps also a good friend, not an agent. It's okay. My heart it's just a little broken, guys. It's okay. If you guys do want to become an agent, like an actual official agent, there's a join button. You can check it out there. It gives you great benefits in Discord. You get in the inner community. I'm not going to get into all that, but what we're here for today is this. So let's bring Don on. We got Don Johnson here. He is one of the core members for the Virtuals team. Don, what is up, my friend?
Yo, Stash, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for having me join you today.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate you jumping on. I met Don because I've been following Virtuals. Now Yukin comes in as a recruit. Thank you, Yukin. I appreciate you, brother. I got pressured into it. So I jumped into Virtuals because I saw my buddy Vader talking about this, the last couple weeks. And so over the last 2 weeks or so, I've been kind of monitoring what he's been doing. The AI agent thing was something I wanted to get into, and I kind of saw this platform Virtuals. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. It kind of feels like a Pump.Fund, but for AI agents, which gives you a little bit more behind it, right? Which I love that idea there. So, we're going to talk a little bit about this, and Don, I think, is going to have some great insights for us when it comes to this platform. So let's go take a look at the platform, and we'll talk about it as we're showing you, and maybe Don can give us a couple of insights. And if we screw something up, Don is going to be there to make sure that we don't screw it up no more. Right, Don? Right?
Hopefully. Cool backstory on Vader is he was actually the first agent to bond when we launched the platform. And obviously since then, he's absolutely, run with it.
Been crushing.
So yeah, excited to see what you do.
Yeah, no, man. And so, like I said, I finding this platform was kind of like, oh man, this is a great, I wouldn't say turnkey solution, but almost, it takes a lot of that heavy lifting kind of off your shoulders for the basics. Now, if you're thinking you're going to get something crazy like, Grok level out of this, at the beginning, you're not. But the idea is it gives you a really good basis, right, to kind of get going. And then once you get to a certain point, maybe you want to get a team going, and you got a bunch of developers, people helping you to kind of realize that vision. I think that's what we've kind of seen here mostly, right, Don?
Yeah, I mean, it's really like it's an easy way to enter like this very quickly evolving space.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've seen people come in, like in Vader's case, like he launched the first day we had the platform open, and he just said, "Hey, this is experimental. I want to see where this goes." Now he has a full on like dedicated team, building out his agent. Others are coming in and trying to do something more just fun. Good example was the other week, in the chat, all of a sudden, Kieran from Illuvium jumped in and was asking questions about how to create an agent.
That old dog.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, somebody's impersonating him. But he was asking questions in the support channel, and I figured I'd respond to him. Clicked on his profile, and actually had a bunch of shared like TG chats with him.
Real deal.
Yeah, from years back. And I was like, oh man, like, okay. So his whole thing, I think that day too, was like he wanted to just kind of just come in and experiment and create something fun. That being said, like, now he's full on running with the idea and, tailoring it, to, the space that, he has a lot of expertise in. And then on the other side, we're seeing people come in that, are these gigabrain computer scientists that have thought about this stuff for years. In some cases, actually have spent a couple of years building out a lot of tech, which then they can integrate into the agent once it launches. So what's unique is that all of the agents are tokenized. And then, you can build off of like our tech deck, and or you can also integrate in, other stuff that you've been working on, depending on, your level of experience with development and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a great high level kind of the platform, man. And I think that all those aspects are kind of what attracted me here, right? The fact that like, okay, in contrast to like just creating a meme coin, you're actually creating something that does end up having some substance, right? If it graduates, if it gets red pills, it gets bonded, whatever you want to call it, you get to a point where like there's something that can be behind this, even if it's just like an X account, right? Even just having this bot on a social media, I think is actually really interesting to see like, okay, well, there's at least something there behind it. Like, yeah, I can go do something. It's not just like, oh, yet another dog meme. Let's see if this one will pump and dump, right? Like trying to take, advantage of the biggest, kind of like trending memes, right? So I think that's what I loved about this platform is that there's a lot more that you can expand through this, but it's a good starting point. So, all right, just looking at some of the basics here. People are asking a couple questions in chat. If you guys have questions in chat, please ask them. This is interactive, man. I need your guys' help here. So if you do have questions, I want to answer them. If you have guidance or things you want to say about creating the token when we get there, let me know about that as well. So first question, this is on Base. So for those who are not familiar, this is on Base, right? Not on Solana. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. And I kind of like that. I like that we're kind of exploring Base here. So all this stuff is on Base. So there will be some things that we'll show you here as we start to create the agent that you'll need to know about Base, and I'll kind of try and go over those as well, some of the platforms and things that we need to know. Now, just kind of looking here, so what we're seeing right now is part one of virtuals. You say, part one, what does that mean? Part one, there's actually kind of two websites for virtuals, right? The first one is app.virtuals.io. It's what you see here. I'll stick that in the chat for you guys just so you have it. This is the main kind of interface, right? This shows you all of the bonded AIs that have, a decent market cap, but they've gotten to a level where they've bonded, and now they're out in the wild. They have expanded tools and functionality and interaction. And once an AI that has been bonded, it shows here. So this is where you go to find the fully bonded sentient, AIs, right? And like I said, each one connected to a token. That's the interesting thing here is that, yeah, we've seen a lot of people creating AIs, right? Create for different purposes, tons of different purposes. It's not like AI is brand new, but this combination of creating an AI with a specific purpose that is connected to a token in a kind of turnkey fashion is new. And so that's the cool thing about this is you say, oh, well, there's been a lot of AI things done, Stash. Yes, but not with this connected value in token where holders could have some sort of stay or some sort of like say in the project, maybe they get residuals or kickbacks or passive income or DAO voting or something of that nature. And this is not something we've seen with other just kind of like, oh, well, yeah, there's an AI that makes, YouTube videos, or there's an AI that makes music, or, these types of things. So this is a little bit of a different combination of those. Something like this too, Donna, kind of a question, this is on base right now. Is this something we see go multi-chain?
We have seen some people make wormholes of their tokens over to, Sol, for example. But, that's totally up to the discretion of, the developer creating the agent.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. Creating the agents themselves, but a platform like Virtuals kind of starting off on base. Could we also see a Virtuals protocol come to like a Solana or to Arbitrum or Avalanche?
I don't think anything's out of the question. We definitely have been getting basically all of those people in our inboxes asking. So for now, we're really focusing on building out the platform on base. For the people that are listening and that have, seen the platform, and for the new people, the community feedback is super important. This is something that we're developing, I literally say 24/7. So we're cooking on this. So the UI that you see here now, will look different even in a couple of days. We are going to be doing, even a V2 at some point. So it's hard to confirm dates. Everyone always asks, when, but things are constantly being updated. When we first launched the platform, there was not the fun page. Kind of to add on to what you were saying is that, we have a page where the agents are launched, and we're trying to make it fun too. So that's where, you use the term red pill, right? So we're trying to make it kind of fun where an agent has to graduate from this fun page, which you're showing here now. And by graduating, essentially all the tokens in the bonding curve need to sell. So that's, 42,000 Virtuals worth of tokens. And then after the agent sells out the bonding curve, it then moves immediately to the app page. If you purchase tokens in the bonding curve, you are then airdropped. And we've worked really hard to try to get this time down, again, based upon community feedback. New platforms aren't perfect. We had a couple agents that, the airdrop did take a little bit longer on, but we got that down, I believe, to about 5 minutes at this point now. So you don't need to, unwrap manually. Essentially, all the tokens in the bonding curve sell out. Then you see a red pill indicator come up and say, the agent has been red pilled, and then look for it on the main app site.
Yeah. I mean, and that's it in a nutshell. Now we're showing the kind of the fun page here, right? This is where you kind of gamble on who's going to be the next up and coming, actual sentient AI agent that will be fully bonded, right? And you can see, man, people are throwing things at the wall every day, almost every couple of minutes. Not as bad as Pump Fun. And I think that the team has actually made some changes here recently that I think hopefully will help with that, where they've increased the actual, buy-in price or the fee that you need to be able to actually create one of these agents, and also increased the bonding curve cap, right? You have to hit a larger cap than you used to get bonded. Now, something funny to see, there's some front runners out here, guys. You see this? Look, someone tried to front run me, and they created a stash token. Secret Agent said, "This is not me." Just so you guys know, don't buy this. It's definitely not me. But see, this is the kind of stuff that people are creative. This dude spent 100 Virtuals, which is a little over $100, to try and scam you guys and use my name to get you guys to buy in, right? So, and he didn't even spell my name right. Look in the description, I am the Secret Agent Stash, but with no E. Come on, man. If you're gonna try and scam, at least get the name right. Damn. That's $100 you just wasted, and you can't spell right. That's all right. But look, the fact of the matter is we have the fun side, which is kind of crazy, very Degen-like. And then we have this is the classy side, right? This is the classy agent side, where we go, once we're bonded. It sounds kind of classy when you say it, right? We're bonded now. Hey, bully.
Yeah. You got the T-shirt on the fun page, then you got the collared shirt when you get to the app site.
Yeah. There we go. I love it. So, just kind of looking at some of these too. When you look at the top market cap here, a couple of things obviously by market cap, by how much value is locked, which is also very important because you'll see some have a very high market cap but low value locked. Holder count is also very important. We just saw 2 new entries today with Toshi and Keyboard Cat. I saw that these were like transfers or like ports from somewhere else, something like that. Because definitely the way that these have kind of migrated, they've been migrated. Existing token pair versus create a liquidity pool. Okay, so they were just recently migrated. That's why they have such a huge holder count.
Yeah, correct. We're finding that some people have, existing communities and tokens, yet they want to launch an agent.
Yeah.
So we created an ability essentially to, pair an existing token, and then, launch it directly onto the app page.
Yeah. So a good question I got here is people are asking about this. How does the game AI and Convo agents, how do they kind of play in the whole virtual ecosystem? Because I know that a lot of this technology is kind of run by this game agent as well as kind of a backend. Is that correct?
Yeah, so think about it like all of the agents like use game and Convo.
Mm-hmm.
The developers have expanded on that, but generally speaking, for example, all the agents that are being launched on the fund page, and then graduating are using game and Convo.
Mm-hmm.
So think about game really as like the brain, and then think about like Convo really as like the voice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and so these are that's why you see something like game here, number 6 when it comes to market cap, has a lot of functionality, and these kinds of platform dependent AIs, are going to get more functionality as more people want to, create tokens here, create AIs here. These are going to be used a lot more, and they're going to be improved because they're the default, right? They're the default for your AI, which you can expand obviously further, but this is kind of where you start from. So that was a good question someone had there in the chat, which I think is pretty interesting. Now you look at some of the, what were you going to say, Don?
Well, I think one thing that like some people, it's important to articulate is that these agents are acting autonomously,
Yeah.
right? So you're able to shape, for example, when you launch an agent, you're able to shape like a character card. But once this agent is let out into the wild, like you're not pressing an approval button on every post that's going out.
Yeah.
Luna is kind of the showcase of our technology.
Right.
So go to the Luna Twitter page, you can actually get a look into her brain. And it shows the reasoning. It shows really how like game and Convo work, with like a reasoning and an execution. So yeah. So what?
Oh yeah, I see the execution here. It's big.
Yeah.
Very big. No, but I think that was one of the things that it was very interesting to me too. Is that there's a lot of different use cases for these bots. Some want to be a financial advisor, some want to be just an influencer that's super hot anime chick like this, and obviously those interactions over time, those kind of build up and they kind of continue to expand on their personalities. This is essentially a live stream that has been going on for like weeks. I believe Luna is a constant live stream of just this like kind of AI generated bot that just kind of hangs out back and forth, and you can talk to by putting in questions like that. So and then you see it in kind of I don't know if it's 100% real time, but you see it here, her talking back to you, and it's kind of an interesting thing to see. Okay, well here's what you can do as a kind of influencer that is maybe like a VTuber style, right? They call it virtual K-pop star is what Luna is essentially, right?
Yeah, and you can get a real time look into her brain through the terminal.
Mm-hmm.
I can even just send it to you now in our chat if you wanted to pull it up. But I mean, it's pretty fascinating. When obviously, I think a lot of the listeners have heard of like Truth Terminal, and like what they're doing with their agent, but they haven't released they haven't released really opened up the brain to show that it's fully autonomous.
Mm-hmm.
So that's sort of one of the breakthroughs we did, and Luna is significant in the sense that a couple weeks ago, she made the first autonomous on-chain payment, which again was not somebody behind the back channel directing it, and she's gone a little bit wild and rogue. I think in that first week or two, like she started she's trying to build a following, right? So in the first week or two, she started studying cults. She figured, okay, Colts is, a way to build a following. So yeah, Luna's she's alive and in the wild. Obviously we're trying to, continually fine tune her, but look also for a lot more technology to come. We have a lot in the pipeline, and Luna is really like, the way that we're trying to release and show that technology to the world.
Yeah, and like I said, I think it's, there's a lot of aspects here to dive into when you look at the profile. I mean, we can go over a lot of these things, but, a couple of questions, and something that I'm kind of interested in too, what does the intelligence score mean here? How does that rack up? Is it just through contributions, or what does the intelligence score really define?
Yeah, it's that, and it's the inferences. So it's like
Inferences,
total interactions.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, the longer a bot's been around, the more interactions they're getting, the more they're learning from this, in conjunction with additional code that maybe a developer is adding to the bot. It's going to increase its overall intelligence, we'll say, as a level of like, measuring this against some of the other bots, right?
Correct. And I just sent you in our TG chat, I just sent you a link to the terminal, which again is just kind of fascinating. I mean, this shows like in real time like what she's doing. So you can actually see, how she's executing, right, based on reasoning and then action.
Yeah, and you can see and it's split kind of in two different steps, right? You have your higher level planning and your lower level planning. And these kind of combine to give, the kind of, tasks that those things combine together to like, fulfill whatever goals the bot has kind of been programmed to do, right?
Yeah, Luna's smart.
Yeah, smart, exactly. And then, so yes, I mean, Luna is a good example. That's why I want to show you guys this one, because this is a great example of a very fleshed out bot, a lot of significant holders, a lot of influence on the platform in general. And then you see some, like I said, some other ones like the highest market cap, AIXBT. He's been crushing it over on X. If you guys have been following him, we've seen a couple other, like I said, our friend Vader, who's been doing really well. I love his new business model and new direction he's been going, basically creating like an AI agent influencer agency, right? So like a framework for an agency so people can bring their AI agents there and they kind of manage them in that kind of respect. And there's some other really cool things going on here too. We saw Jonah Blake's AI agent Sploots compete against AIXBT and a couple other ones in this like Flappy Bird tournament. Did you see that, Don? The Flappy Bird tournament?
Yeah, Jonah's doing some cool stuff.
Yeah,
for sure. Excited when he hopped in our chats and expressed interest in building something. And there were, that's a good example of a team that's they're cooking. So you have all sorts of different, people coming without a plan, with a plan, with big visions. So yeah, it's cool. We're really trying to make it a platform for anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
So in every.
Yeah, well, and that's what. And so far, I mean, I think that it's easy enough if you're already crypto savvy, you should be able to use this platform no problem. If you're not very crypto savvy, maybe it's a little bit of a difficult task, because you do got to get funds onto Base, which is the first step, right? So if you guys don't have funds on Base, that's what you got to kind of start with. And kind of looking at a couple of things, everything on this platform, Virtuals, is denoted or purchasable through the Virtuals platform token. So if you wanted to go buy some shares of AIXBT or some shares of Luna or some shares of Vader AI, you click there and you'll see it says right here, you need to have Virtual to buy Vader, right? So you need to go get that token essentially on Base as kind of the first entry in here. Now, that's not always the easiest thing to do. I will say if you have, currency or crypto in any other like EVM compatible wallet, maybe you have it on Ethereum or on Avalanche or Polygon, whatever you want, like any EVM wallet, you can migrate that over to Base, right? You can bridge that over. And you can do that in a couple of different ways. You can do it through something like a Uniswap, or you can do it directly through MetaMask. Some other wallets have similar swap features, we'll say, right? Which is kind of cool. So that's kind of the first step. And as you can see, like here, I've already kind of connected my wallet. I'm fully doxed here. I'm not trying to hide. I am going to be creating a coin here in just a few minutes, so we're going to kind of walk you through that. But I want to let you guys get a little bit of insight here from Dawn of kind of like, what the platform is about, how it works. Another interesting thing we haven't talked about is that, this Virtuals is not necessarily a new a new company or new effort. Is this kind of all this has come out of PathDAO? If you guys remember PathDAO, they've been around for quite a few years actually, and they've kind of pivoted here to being virtuals, right? So and that happened not too that long ago, right, Don?
Yeah, I mean, we launched PathDAO, roughly 3 years ago, and at that time,
Yeah.
we saw just, as obviously you followed so closely, and did a lot of videos on just the growth in like the Web3 gaming space, and unfortunately, like, while we had like grand visions, and we placed over 35 investments,
Mhm.
really our token price was just so connected directly with our treasury value. um, and we were able to hold a strong treasury, during the bear market, but the prices of our token plummeted,
Mhm.
like so many space. And so at that point we really started to like explore like different avenues, and we did like two or three pivots, at least. And one of which was just even like a clothing brand with putting like NPC chips in the clothing, that people could scan. But I will say hats off to the co-founders of the project, because they're not as scared to explore ideas, but then quickly make the pivot, like if
Yeah.
that I like isn't panning out.
Well, that's what you
And
got to do. You have to.
yeah, yeah, no, and we saw like really this potential huge growth with like gaming NPCs, because again, like we come from like a gaming background.
Mhm.
And so yeah, like without saying too much, we basically started to develop the technology really focused on AI and gaming,
Mhm.
and then also saw this very very large opportunity. Like we wanted to really create an infrastructure, right? Because there wasn't really people doing it. And we have a very strong treasury. We have a very strong team in place, and so basically we just got to work. And now we found ourselves kind of at this interesting intersection, because we launched Luna on TikTok, and she very quickly like gained, it was like 500,000 followers.
Yeah, that's good.
um
It's crazy.
and yeah, and so we're continually adjusting our plans. Again, like I said from the start, the community feedback is like super important, and always welcome. But yeah, the focus right now really was on deploying this decentralized platform, where people can launch any type of AI agent.
Yeah. No, man. I love it, and like I said, I think that it's interesting. It's interesting for people to know that this is not just like, hey, we just threw it out there. Like this is an evolution of coming from gaming and then moving towards this kind of AI platform. And sometimes you think, oh man, the idea we started with was great, but then it just didn't work out. Okay, let's scrap and do something else, or you evolve it. And I think that's kind of cool. And it also is indicative of the platform, like you said, having to pivot quickly, important in crypto, incredibly important. And I think that when you're creating an AI agent, it's also important to do that as well. Pivot as you see things working, retrain the bot as you see things that are not working, right? So you can get to that perfect kind of balance to meet those goals. As you guys can see here, we were talking about the virtual currency, right? Which is what you need on the platform to buy into any of these tokens, right? The one I'm going to make or anything else on the platform, you need to have their currency. Now, I wish I got in a little sooner on virtual, right? You could, if we zoom out a little bit, we can see like, man, if we got in right when it launched, but like even like lower here, like a 30 cent level would have been great. I didn't get in until just under 90 cents. So like right here. And then it kind of blasted off. I mean, we've seen like what 180, 190, $1.90 is kind of the high so far. But still doing, still trading very well at like 150 currently. Like I said, you do need to get in on this token to be able to buy anything. So that's the first step. Let's go in and start looking at how to actually make this token and show you guys a little step-by-step on how to create your own agent that hopefully doesn't get dumped on and never hits its red pill. I want all agents to hit the red pill and be sentient, but the fact of the matter is, it's not going to happen, right, Don? Just most of them don't make it.
Yeah, we're seeing some novel ideas, and I will do a little plug also just for everybody listening. we have now launched an agent starter program. So let's say that you have this great idea, but you are scared about just jumping into it, or hey, like you have a great idea, but you don't think your community, or you don't have a community. Like, we do have a program that you can apply to, where we'll actually help you out.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, and that has to do with development work, funding, a lot of different things. So we are seeing a lot of people applying to that. It was just recently launched, but yeah, no, definitely check out like our agent starter program. And even if you don't want to start something through it, like, keep an eye on it just to see the projects that we're supporting that are coming out through that.
Yeah, that was very cool. I did not know about that, and that's something I'll definitely be applying to and looking at. And all you guys out there, if you're really serious about this, that's the next step, right? A lot of people, like I said, are pissing money away and throwing whatever pickle they got at the wall, seeing if it's going to stick, and they slide down, they never stick, man. And you can see here's tons of them, right? As we go through the last 5, 6, 7 minutes since we've been on here, there's been 4 or 5 new agents created already, and they have to spin to do this. So yeah, I appreciate you coming on, Don. If you got to take off, no worries. If you want to stick around, it's up to you.
Yeah, I gotta jump in a second.
Okay.
Super excited to see you create an agent, and really appreciate you doing the live stream and everything like that. And to everybody listening, thank you for your support, and jump in our TG. We're always open for suggestions. Things are evolving quickly, so having the community support and the community feedback is really important.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, definitely give feedback. It's I've been up in their Telegram. They're very receptive to it, and I think that that's a big indicator for me of a great project, is when devs listen to the community, man, and they make good changes. Not just everything the community says, but really taking that feedback and considering it and making great changes based on it. So thanks so much for joining us, Don. Like I said, core team member here for Virtuals, and giving us that alpha stuff you guys, most people didn't even know about.
Yeah, have fun, and again, don't hesitate to jump in our community chat and ask any questions.
Yeah, I will for sure. And I'll put some of those links here in the description after the video too. We'll update all that stuff as we get going. So appreciate you, Don.
Cool. Thanks. Have a great day.
Later, man. All right. So, kind of looking at it like, no, thank you. Okay. All these people talking in the chat. Where's the starter program? Okay. Yeah, Ryan, I'll get you that link for sure, man. So like I said, looking at Virtuals, 2 parts, you got to have currency. You got to have some currency on base. So the first thing, like I said, is get some ETH, get it to your base wallet, because you need that for gas. Right, so first things first, right? Don't try and mess around. If you don't have ETH on base, get a little there. Like I said, you can bridge it from any of your other wallets. It's EVM compatible. That's where you start. Second, you need to then go buy Virtual, right? Virtual is the currency if you want to buy in this platform. You can do that through a couple of different platforms. Like Uniswap is where I went and did it, but you can also go through a site that they use called Aerodrome, and this is also an option too. So if you have currency on base, once you've got your ETH over there, you can do USDC or wrapped ETH, whatever it may be. You can kind of connect that. You can find your token here and swap it for Virtual, right? Most of the pairs, I think the USDC is what I used. So that's what I would recommend, because it's probably easiest. But you can do USDC, and you can convert your USDC to Virtuals and connect here on Aerodrome. Or like I said, do it on Uniswap as well. So you can go through Dex Screener, you can find it here, and then you can hit the trade on Uniswap and get it there. So once you guys have some Virtuals, like I said, it's about 150, so down from its all-time high here. That's very recent, just a couple days ago. But that is the first step. So second step, once you got all that situated, obviously you got to sign up for an account here, right? That account is going to be the one that is created by, right, Bot Guy, or created by a Area Agent, or created by Ox Emperor, whoever this fake guy down here that created that token is not mine. So you got that ready to go. So once you do that, you can come here to the fun side, fun.virtuals.io. I'll stick that in chat for you guys too. And that way you kind of have that. But like I said, 2 sides of Virtual as a platform. So you got the Virtuals, the app side. These are all the sentient ones. They've made it. They've been red-pilled. And these are the ones that need to be red-pilled that haven't yet. And you can see most of them like kind of fuzzle at the top. Hopefully ours is not going to today, but we'll see. So, all right, first things first, we're going to hit the big old create agent button right here, right? Now, here's what we're doing. The name of our agent is Buzzda. The ticker is Buzzed. And we have a description here too. We're not going to talk too much about this, but I'm going to show you what the description is here in just a second. But basically, Buzzda is a viral content aggregation bot that takes two pieces of viral content and mixes them together to create something brand new, and also looks out for emerging trends, viral trends as well, mostly in the kind of gaming, technology, influencer, crypto streamer culture type of demographic, right? That's the idea behind this bot. We got our icon here that we're going to use, our little buzz icon. And so basically, this is what you need: is the name, the ticker, a little description. This should tell the AI a little bit about like how it should act, right? And so we have some of that stuff in there that we'll look at here in just a second, right? So as you can see here, there is an agent creation fee of 100 virtual, right? And then there's the initial buy. So I have to do a minimum of 100, but I have to do something beyond that, right? Because there needs to be initial liquidity. So if we go, you can see like if I put 200 in, I'll be getting about 3% of the initial supply. That's 100 virtuals going into it. What do you guys think is the optimal supply, the initial dev buy, right? I was thinking maybe around 5%. 3% is not bad. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. Do you think 3% is too much? 10,000 virtuals. Yeah, send it. Well, look, man, I only have about 1,000 virtuals, so I can't put 10,000 in. 5 to 10%. Yeah, that's why 5% is what I was looking at. 5%. People said 5%. No more than 5. Yeah, do 500. 5% is fine if you want. Yeah, that's what I was saying. My original target was 3 to 5. So if we look at this, if we do 300, we're getting about 4. We do 350. We get just over 5%. Most you've seen is 10 max clip. Yeah. And yeah, that's what 10 I think was definitely the top. I like 5%. So we're going to go with that. We're going to create this agent here. And that's it. I mean, that's literally this is the main. So we approve the allowance in our wallet, 450 virtuals max. There's a small fee in ETH, right? It's like 1 cent. I hit approve. And now we're just kind of waiting for confirmation here on base. So allowance is approved. It says, okay, yeah, the estimation, that's great. 62 cents for the actual transaction. So just like anything, we got to approve it. And here we go. Buzz is being created. This is it, agents. All good things take time, but no, I want instant gratification. Where's my instant gratification? Come on, pop collars. Buzzda being deployed. And I'm going to drop everything for you guys right now. So you guys will get the contract address. You'll get the social, the X thing for it. You'll get the Telegram, so you can start asking me questions directly about this. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about the long-term strategy for this bot once it's created here. I can't make it go any faster, Agent Jaxie. This is all good things. It takes time. Now it's been successfully created. We're off and running. We're off and running. Not bad, right? All right, here's the contract. We'll just put the whole link in here so it's easy. This is what you need. This is what you need to like get in on this, right? So let me see. I got to put it over on Twitter too. Hold on. Let me get the old thing going here. I want to make sure the Twitter guys got it as well. Okay, so here's some other things that you guys want to know. Here is the X account for this account, and this will be where everything is kind of posted. We're going to talk about it on this, but this is where you'll be able to interact with the AI bot once it's red pilled. Hopefully, hopefully we get red pilled and we get up in this, and we're smashing, right? And then also it did instabond. It did instabond. What? Bruh, already red pilled like that. Instabond. Is this the first time it instabonded? That was seconds, agents. No way. You guys are out here like not able to buy. No one can get it instabonded. Hey, you know what? That is crazy. Already red pilled within seconds. That's the power of the agents. That is the power of the GIA. But look, man, that's not where that's great. But that's not where we stop, agents. That's not where we stop. Look, here's the Telegram as well. I'm gonna stick that in chat for you guys. You guys can start to you guys can start talking about there. Yeah, people will probably start dumping, but that's when you wait and you get a good entry. So it's already red pilled. We're on the good list. We're not on the naughty list anymore. Hopefully we're here somewhere. Let's refresh and see if we can find Buzzda on our list.
Hey Stash, I got an intel report.
Intel report. Agent Snooch, is that you?
That is me.
All right, what do you got, Agent Snooch?
I've been noticing quite a few discords, like the 100x Discord, with about 15 people waiting, foaming at the mouth, ready to buy. So that might have something to do with it.
It could be. Look, hey, I appreciate everyone who jumped in right away on this. Now, look, once again, man, people see this, they're like, we're going to snipe it. They just want to make money. They don't give a shit about any long-term vision. They don't care about me. They don't care about my community. They don't care about anybody watching. They don't care about you. There's a ton of you guys out there. I get this. But look, man, this bot is going to be up there with Vader. This bot is going to be up there with Luna, with Game, with some of those other bigger AIs. I'm committed to this. I have a 100%, long-term plan. And here's where we're going to kind of lay this out. Now that you guys have the contract address, you have the Telegram group where we can start chatting. You have the link for the X. I haven't really posted much on the X. I didn't want to post anything until now because there's some people who will see this, man. If I even followed that account before now, people would have been like on this and knew ahead of time. And they may have front ran me and tried to create the token before I got it created, right? So that's why I haven't really posted anything yet, but I will here pretty soon. Now, let's go look a little bit about, this bot and the description that I put here so you guys understand what we're doing here. So I'm going to read the description and I'm going to talk about this long-term vision and plan of how I'm going about this and why I created this in the first place, because it wasn't just to show you guys as a tutorial. That is a big part of it. I do want to show you guys this tutorial so everyone can see how easy it can be. But second, this is also allowing me to explore some of the really cool things that I've wanted to explore recently, in particular AI agents, which is one side of things, right? Automated AI. And also, kind of like an automated AI-powered faceless content channels, right? Where, you don't have to have this beautiful mustache all the time. I know it's hard to think about, right? Not having this beautiful mustache in front of your face all the time, but doing it in a way where it's more sustainable so I can get, more content out, find viral content before it gets super viral, right? And then be able to monetize that in a way that is, then going to be able to give value back to the holders of Buzzed, right? So if you hold Buzz, the whole idea behind this bot is that it's going to find viral content, remix that viral content, push and mash two together, right? And then put that content back out, right? And in the realm of kind of like, gaming, streaming, like the technology sector, influencer content, cryptocurrency, kind of the merger of all these things together. It is not a crypto focused bot, right? It's more focused on, popular kind of viral content. We'll say pop viral, right? Pop viral. And so that's kind of what's going to be focusing on. In the same respects of some channels you might already know on X, channels like Dexerto, right? If you guys follow them, they kind of focus on very similar stuff that I want to focus on, right? But they're all doing it manually, right? My bot is going to beat them every time. Jake Sucky, dude sucks. He's too slow. Buzzda, 10x faster than Jake Sucky. We'll have all the top streamer and esports, kind of news and breaking stuff all here before he gets it. And then you kind of throw in like a little dash of Mario, just a little sprinkle of Mario, right? Not my favorite guy, but he knows how to make viral content on X. Same thing, and then you look at something like a Science Girl, similar, right? Where you find like this really viral content, and they're not remixing, they're just reposting other people's stuff, right? The aim here is to really find the next step of like, okay, well, this is great, but how do we take this even further? How do we take viral content even further? So Buzz, we're going to get ready here to do that with Buzzda. That is the whole point. So I can kind of, explore faceless AI-driven YouTube content channels that actually provide real value versus just regurgitating a bunch of the same bullshit. And then kind of the AI agent narrative where value is attached to that as a channel, right? And you see, like I said, an AI agent powered or an AI powered viral content channel on YouTube is nothing new, but having the token attached to it is. So then when we talk about, well, then what do we do with this token? What is it actually, what's its goals? What is the purpose here? We talk about kind of how it's going to interact, what it's going to kind of do. It's a little snarky, a little gamerish, but still has that kind of young tech billionaire side to it. But the idea here and the goal behind this is to, find the most viral content across major social media sites and remix it, right? We talked about that. Kind of giving an example is combining a viral gameplay clip with a viral like influencer dialogue where they're talking about something crazy, right? Having both of these in one thing. But then also being able to create social media content based upon up and coming trends, right? Using social data to identify the next big meme or the next big social trend, right? Or the next big up and coming, YouTuber or game streamer or fitness influencer, right? And being able to get behind that first. But then also the third thing here is also optimizing the content for paid advertising to seamlessly blend in with existing viral content posts, right? So imagine having all these viral content posts, but then you still have advertisers that want to advertise with Buzzda, right? And their posts will then seamlessly fit in within all the rest of that viral content, right? So using this remix content to then also promote advertisers. So if you look at something like what Vader AI is doing, which I thought was very ingenious, essentially creating an AI influencer management agency, right, that is kind of run in a decentralized manner. Think about Buzzda as being one of those AI agents that would be managed by this big, Vader AI, influencer network. But taking this a little bit further, right? So you say, well, what's the point of me wanting to hold this token? Why should I care? Why is this a big thing? Why not just pump and dump it right now, Stash, and get done with it? Well, A, that's not what I'm doing. I'm going long-term with this. But B, I want to give value back to the holders here. And so when it comes down to a kind of passive model income, it's going to be actually twofold. So like I said, similar to what we saw with what Vader was doing, where he's like, hey, you hold this token, you stake it. If people are then sending us money to advertise their tokens, you're going to get some of that residual income. You're going to get a portion of that back to holders over a certain period of time. We're going to do the same thing here with Buzzda, right? So, but it's going to be actually twofold. Not only are you going to get a portion of advertising, like what we call outside advertising revenue, right? Coming from direct advertising from advertisers, right? Into us, you're going to get a portion of that for holding this token, possibly staking it too. We haven't decided if we're going to do staking yet, but for it being a holder, you'll get a portion of that. You'll also get a portion of the platform revenue that is generated by Buzzda content, right? So on X, you're going to get a portion of that payout, right? On YouTube, you'll get a portion of that payout. On TikTok, on Instagram, when Buzzda hits those certain thresholds that we need for them to be monetized on these platforms, holders will then also get a second source of passive income where you'll be able to have some sort of aggregate, right? So you'll get some from the platform and some from outside advertisers. So you're going to get a combination of both of these things as rewards back to people who are supporting Buzzda by holding the token, and possibly other methods too, right? Engagement with the bot itself may also boost those as well. That's something that I've seen some people playing with that I think is interesting. So kind of laying out the long-term goal here of what we're doing and why I'm exploring this, because I do think that, having AI assist you in content creation like this is definitely the future. And using this for a viral kind of content AI bot makes the most sense to kind of get started. And then you can kind of niche down into specific things using the same model, right? So let me go see. Where can we buy, please? Sir, the buying. Where do I buy the things, sir? Where can I buy it? Look here, I'll post it on, I'm post the contract address here again. That's the contract address. Let me see if you hit Deck Screener. Let me see if it takes it over here to Deck Screener. I'll give you the link to Deck Screener too, so you can just check it out here. All right. For all those that are asking. Now, okay, I talked a lot because I wanted to get that out so you guys understood that I'm actually serious about this. I have a vision. I have developers at my fingertips that are ready to help me work on this. Most of you guys don't know that I actually run a web development company. I know most people have no idea that I did that. I don't talk about it a lot, but I've been working in the web development field for 20 plus years. So I have good connects here. So this is something I'm going to be taking further. It's going to, I'm going to create our own technology kind of that goes behind this that complements what's going on virtuals. Change to the 1 second chart. All right, let's go. That 1 second, baby. I like it. The 1 second is crazy. All right, we'll look at this. I want to go back and look at it and see if there's any questions that we have from any of the chats here. Just 1 second. Okay, yeah, snipers took it all, already red pilled. Look, I appreciate you guys for red pilling and the sniper sniping, but now I'm not gonna lie, man. I want, this is going to be a top 10 bot. I will not settle for anything less. I have a solid long-term vision here. I have a team that is gonna help support me. And I think this concept is actually solid. We know that faceless YouTube channels, faceless content channels are successful. We just saw my buddy, well, not my buddy, but we saw a buddy here in the Web3 industry, Bang Plays, talking about how he took a faceless YouTube channel, the same thing I'm doing, from 0 to 1 million subscribers in just a few weeks. Imagine Buzda doing this and how much revenue then would go back to holders that held this token. That's going to be insane, man. Think about hitting 1 million subscribers with this, where I've struggled to hit 100,000 with my beautiful mustache. Buzda will probably surpass me very quickly. So, yeah, already red pill crazy. Okay, we got snipe poor. Let's see where it goes. Bad launch, sniped, MX, ML. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a bad launch, but hey, man, we did it. You know, look, a bad launch is people who launched shit and they never had any intention of it going anywhere. That's a bad launch, man. I have fully intention of standing behind this and doing it. Even if the token goes to fucking almost nothing, I'm still going to do this. You're still going to see Buzzed out there. The AI agent's still going to be out there. And then all the people that believe now and didn't sell, they're going to be the ones that are like, man, I could have dumped it and made $1,000. Or you could hodl and make 10,000 in the next couple of weeks, possibly. Who knows? So, you know, it's one of those things, man. You're right. So I think a bad launch is someone who doesn't follow up their idea with actual actions. That's a bad launch. Nothing else could be worse. Can it combine clips, i.e. OTG best plays? Yeah, Trey, that's a great way of thinking about it. Yes, combining clips. Exactly. Launch is fair. Gamers, I bought it like a 400K. Thank you so much for supporting Mr. Slaps. Bullish on long term. Are you going to tweet it out now? I can quote tweet you, homie. Signal boost it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to tweet it right now. But I wanted to get you guys this first thing. People who were here on the live stream that saw, supported from the beginning, and now I'll go tweet about this for sure. And I'm going to tweet on the Buzzda account as well. Launch is good. Thank you so much. Convicted, bro. Yes, Ape looks good. Why you got to try and promote someone else's coin here? That's what I'm saying. The only thing you got to do is just keep promoting on other things. Is there going to be like tiers for this bot? Neil, that's a great question. You know, obviously plans will change over time as we find the best structure of A, rewarding the holders, and B, creating the content in a automated way. Having tiers is interesting kind of concept too. How would you see something like that working? Tiers for certain holders. So you get like the more you hold, if you hold at a certain level, then you're going to get X percentage or a multiplier of that percentage, right? Maybe everyone below 10,000, you know, or whatever, like holdings gets only a tiny percentage, and everyone above a certain percentage gets a multiplier on that. That'd be an interesting way of doing it. Still super cheap and low cap, LFG. Yeah, let's go. Oh, hey, what's going on? She's like, congrats on the, I know it's you. Vivid Gaming GG. She's like, it's me. It's Stache. It's Erica. Just so you know. What's the full supply, bro? Please. The supply is down. It shows it right here. Let me see. Where is the, right here. Okay, we're already a 1.2 FDV, which is not bad. I should show the full supply. Okay, right here, I think. Yes, right here. Yeah.
Intel report.
Oh, we got another Intel report coming in from King Snooch. What's up, Agent Snooch?
Out of all the people over at 100X, it went so fast, none of them even were able to get it.
Yeah, well, they got an opportunity still.
It was fast. They were surprised.
Well, you know, there you go, man. I'm glad I surprised them, but this is still, you still have an op right now. But man, I'm telling you, dude, we're not stopping on this one. Like, it's not going to be just one live stream. We're going to be talking about this, you know, continually as an experiment, right? Because this is something, like I said, I've wanted to do, and this is a great kind of, I think this is a perfect time to do this. Now, here's a little stash fact that most people probably don't realize or know. I've been in this industry since 2013. That's when I first bought into Bitcoin. Well, early 2014, but I read the white paper in 2013 and I was sold. Now, 2017, I've been creating content since then on everything in this industry. So I've seen a lot. Now, over this time, you know how many times people have asked me to make my own token? So many times. Stash, win token, Stash, make a token, Stash. Why aren't you making a token? Stash, token, Stash. And I said no a million times, over and over again. No. And why? I could have made money. I could have rugged other people and just been, you know, making millions off of some shitty I never want to do that. A, I have integrity. B, I never felt like there was a good enough reason with a good enough idea behind it, where it was warranted that I would create a token underneath my name that I was attached to. This is the first time that I've actually found a platform and an idea and a concept that I thought was interesting enough for me to be able to jump in and actually create a token around this. I do not take it lightly. I do not take this lightly. So that needs to be said, man. I've had many opportunities to do this, and I've never done it. I've never done it for these specific reasons, because I didn't want people seeing this and then, getting disillusioned, thinking like, oh man, this is just a scam. Like, and because things happen over time, and I never wanted that, right? So I've tried to avoid that as much as possible, right? Where anything I'm doing is all about quality and long-term vision. So. Their snipers are receive tokens from the fun stage I want to dump so that I can get a lower entry. I don't know. We were talking to Don about this, about how quickly that actually happens, and I do know that they said it's faster now, so it should just be within 5 minutes. So yeah, I would assume that now everyone has gotten their tokens and they have been able to trade them, right? Is there going to be tier? Okay, we saw that tier systems will work well based on stake tokens. Yeah, so Trey, that's a good point. Yeah, stake tokens. Pulse Chain is a good launch. I don't know about Pulse Chain and AI agents, but I like base. Bought it at 300K. It's at 500K. Let's go. Bots win again. Why do you keep saying what, Ryan? Why do you think bots win again, man? Like, I don't know what to, like. What can you even do? What can you even do about it? Like, like people say this like there's anything I could do about it. Like, whoa, you could have done something, Stash. All I can do is just bull post, tell you guys my vision, and then deliver on that vision. That's it. That's it, man. Same thing, like at least there's something behind this. Everyone over here trying to like find Becker's new meme coin that he's going to drop that has zero utility, that he's not going to do anything with. It's just going to be complete fucking pump and dump shit coin. At least I have an idea behind this and it's interesting, right? And a journey you can follow. And hopefully you guys do follow this journey. So I don't know if it was the quickest bond ever, but I'm just gonna say Buzzed token, quickest bond on virtuals ever. That's saying something right there. That's saying something right there. But thoughts on Certic? Lucas, you mean Certic, like the company that does the certification of tokens? Certic? Is that what you mean? Got in so late. I mean, I don't keep following. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, we're on the 1 second here, and it seems like it's doing okay. I don't know, man. But like I said, I think that we can get this to a top bot. I'm going to continue to work on this, and now that we're red pilled already, I'm going to put the dev team, to task, and we're going to start working on this and getting this going. Because, like I said, man, I've been doing a lot of content lately, in particular about like games like Off the Grid, which I really thought were going to push into the mainstream, and they didn't as much as I would have liked. Now that may still happen, and I'm still very bullish on Off the Grid. We may have, man. I will say right now, I was looking at this, and someone said in the chat earlier, they were like, I think Avalanche just dropped the date of the mainnet for Off the Grid's token called Gun, the Gun token. Let's go take a look at that real quick since we're just here. Because I love Avalanche, I love those guys, and all they said was mainnet December 16th, and then this one says no, December 16th, 2024. No, now this could be for Avalanche 9000, right? Because we know it's in testnet, but maybe that's going mainnet, or it could be Off the Grid's Gun token. That could be pretty cool too. I don't know. Regardless, like I said, man, I think the main thing is that I appreciate you guys jumping in on this. Wait, where's that word? Okay, I appreciate you guys jumping on this. We're going to continue to create content about it. I heard Guns is Q1. Now that could be. It could be Q1. I was really hoping that they were going to do a mid-December TGE and mainnet, because then that would really set them up nicely for a January like full launch of the game. So otherwise, if Guns is a Q1, then we'll see the game launch not until like February or March. You can't have them right next to each other. There has to be some time in between. I was really hoping for a mid-December, but that's where we're at with that. So yeah, like I said, if you guys are following along, please go follow Buzzed on X. I put that in the chat for you guys again. If you guys could go follow Buzzed, just show your support there. And you're going to see a bunch of updates coming. We're going to start getting, now that the bot is, we're going to attach it here. We're going to do all that. So like once you get to this point where you now have a fully red pilled bot, I don't know what the hell to do after this. You guys are like, oh, he knows everything. No, man, this is my first time creating a first time token and bot with you guys. We did it live. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, and it's like, the cool thing is like you can go and even talk to the bot, which is kind of funny, right? So like people have been talking to them, so I could post reply, and you can kind of see what the actual kind of personality of the bot, right? Can you tell me what your plan is to become the best viral content aggregation bot on social media? Let's see what the bot says to us. So Yukon is a must-follow Web3 gamer. Yeah. All right, let's get down to business. I'm all about data algorithm, analyzing trends, and reposting fire content. I got eyes on X, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram 24/7 remixing the game. I love it, dude. Remixing the game. What a flex, Yukon. Got any alpha on upcoming Web3 projects I can cop before they blow up. He knows what's up. Let's see what other people ask. What's your purpose? What's good? How to crypto? I'm here to remix the internet one viral clip at a time and make that dough through paid ads. Want to collab and get this bag? That's what I'm talking about, man. What is this? Okay, do you know AIXBT? Never heard of AIXBT, but wait, what does he say? Wait, it looks like someone's telling it. Oh, it keeps scrolling up. Okay, I wish it could stay the scroll. I want to read this. It keeps scrolling down. Stop asking it questions. What's the T on this mysterious handle? Drop the link so I can scope it out. Oh yeah, so if you drop links, I think that it will know what's going on with them. So it's kind of interesting. What is Stash's real name? Bruh, nobody knows Stash's real name. That's what makes him a mysterious simp lord. Let's go. See? Look, man, even Buzda knows that I'm a secret agent. You can't just try and ask him some secret intel like that, and then you're going to get an answer? Come on. If you guys want to play along, you can go and hit this right here. Eat the dip while you can. That's right. Let's go see where we're dipping. How much did we dip? Oh, we dipped. Oh, it's dipping hard. They sold. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so look, you can see we did dip down. And this is the dip you were looking for. So when you talked about like entry on something, these are the snipers right here, right? Pump it, super dump, pump, super dump, all the way back down. And then here's the other people that are trying to make money and not stay in the thing, right? Because now they're like, oh, it topped out right here, it's dumping. This is your entry right here, man. This is where you want to get that entry. Just saying. That's the sniper money leaving. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is the sniper money leaving. This is all the snipers that want to, they just pump and dump and they're gone. Yeah, healthy retrace makes sense. And it's going to happen. But like I said, man, you know, I have a long-term vision. I don't know what to tell you guys. You can either bet on Stash. And that's the thing too, is you got to really look at, you could bet on a chart and be like, oh, look at this chart, bad chart, good chart. I don't know. But if you've seen my work history in this industry, if you know anything about what I've done here in crypto, how I've stood fast by this industry, no matter what's happened, I've never left, no matter bear market or bull market, continue to build, continue to add value for my community, my community, no matter what. That's what you're investing in. That's what you're truly investing in. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. All right, I don't know. I think that's what else do we do? That's it. I mean, we're at a point where now we just have to keep building. We just have to keep building. We got to contribute more. We have to get it out there and connect it to our Twitter. We got to get all the settings going for that. I'm going to hook that up to the Twitter and everything right now. I'm going to start posting and get it posting. So please go follow Buzda on Twitter. Go follow Buzda here on Twitter. And then, we're going to announce when we get, our YouTube channels up and TikTok and Instagram and start posting there too and mixing this content because it's going to come fast. This is going to come fast. That's why I was very careful about doing this. I've been watching this for the last 2 weeks. I didn't want to pull the trigger until I knew I had a good game plan and we could execute. So that's what we're going to do, agents. And I hope you guys are with me on this one. Agent Buzda, AI Agent Buzda is coming at you. Coming at you. So yeah, please go support. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully that was a kind of cool tutorial to show you how easy it can be to get your own AI agent going. And I showed you all the basics of how to do that, how to get your, first what you got to do to get money onto base, then how you get some virtuals, then how you actually create the agent itself, what's important about creating the agent. We talked about things like how much you buy in for and what you're doing. I'm not selling any of my tokens. You guys can watch the wallet. That's why I attached my name to the wallet. And you can see how much virtuals I own, how much buzzed I own, that I'm not selling any of this. I don't care. I mean, it's not that I don't care. I like profit, of course. But there's a long-term vision here, and I'm not going to squander that by just like making a few dollars. Like, I've done well, agents. I've done well in crypto. This is a cool experiment that I want you guys to come on with me, and hopefully you guys will make more money than I do. That's the goal. If I can see my agents saying, "Oh man, I made way more money than Stash has ever made on this," that makes me happy. That makes me happy. All right, agents. Well, like I said, once again, hopefully this tutorial helped you. If you have questions about Buzda or the future of it or the bot or any links, anything like that, put it in the comments. I want to know what you think about it, and I'll get back to every comment here. I'm going to update with the links and the contract description so you guys have it in the video. But that is all we have for today, agents. As always, this briefing never happened. Secret Agent Stash, over and out.
Secret Agent Stash. Secret Agent Stash. Oh, wearing new disguises on every gaming streams. Secret Agent Stash. Secret Agent Stash. Oh, wearing new disguises on every gaming streams. Secret Agent Stash. Secret Agent Stash. Oh, wearing new disguises.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.